and Juan.
What a crazy weekend we've had.
By the way, we're in a really big room. We went somewhere new, so we're low. My bad. You can just put up the volume though.
Yeah, but besides that, what a crazy weekend it was here at the McFadden's bar. 32 bars not too far. As fun as it's ever been in the 2 years that we've been doing this. But
Sunday was crazy.
Sunday was crazy. Wow, that was nuts, Dan. But we'll talk about this.
Yeah, we got another episode for that.
Yeah,
we got stories.
That was
but
great.
We have a really long show ahead of us, so let's start right now and we'll get this done.
All right, we got week 4 in the books. The Thursday night game was the Philadelphia Eagles defeating the Green Bay Packers 34-27.
Do you think it's sad if like the Thursday night game was one of the best games in the entire week?
I mean, usually it isn't. A lot of times it isn't. It'd be more of a snooze fest, but this one was really good.
It was a really good game. It definitely outclassed like 85% of the entire Sunday. No, I'm saying, so I don't know if it's sad or not, but hey, at least we got something cool for once on a Thursday.
You would think that Eagles and the Packers, 2 NFC teams, would learn from the Seattle Seahawks, but the Green Bay Packers did not do that. You had 2 situations where you were at the 1 yard line and you threw the ball every single time. Aaron Rodgers, you've been in the NFL for so long, man. Listen, Matt LaFleur, I never heard of Matt LaFleur before he came to Green Bay. I know where he's from.
You want to know where he's from?
Where he's from?
He was from the Titans. You know, a team who, likes to run the football.
Oh, you would think so. You would think so.
Yeah.
But, no. That was the most horrible play calling I've ever seen.
And Jimmy Graham sucks. I'm sorry. Those 2 touchdown drops, bro, was ridiculous. Especially the one when he was in the back of the end zone. He tried to be cute and one-hands it and it slipped out his freaking ass. That was ridiculous.
It was some ridiculous stat that the Packers at home, Aaron Rodgers had a 59-game winning streak, went up by 10 in the fourth quarter. This was his first loss.
Well, all good things come to an end, right?
Yeah, that was, I don't know what the hell that was. We didn't see Aguilar in this game. Aguilar was not found in this game. They
apparently he caught a ball. I don't remember it.
I mean,
but he sucks.
One of very few.
And it's funny how they didn't get him involved and they won.
I mean, Packers pretty much shot themselves in the foot. Like
they actually kind of did, yeah.
Yeah, but
they couldn't stop the run and save their lives. Jordan Howard had a sighting. I thought he was like gone. I forgot about him, and I liked him in Chicago though. Yeah. He actually had a sighting. Got a 3-touchdown game. It was very, very good game.
Yeah, very good game. The Eagles obviously stayed par with the Dallas Cowboys. They're 2-2.
You can argue they kind of saved their season.
Yeah, honestly, they needed this win to save their season right now because, they got the Jets next week, which shouldn't be a problem. So
I mean, that's a bye week, I guess, but they have Dallas coming up. You know what I mean? They got a couple tough games. They have New England in November. They got a couple games coming up. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, but this basically helped their season. But the Packers, like I said, the winning streak is over, but that's all on Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers.
They'll be all right, man.
They'll be all right, though.
1 loss is okay.
Yeah, it's all cool. The Titans went into Atlanta and kicked the hell out of the Atlanta Falcons.
I called it.
And you did. I'm not going to lie to you. I was kind of like pushing away from the Titans because they've been playing like crap the last few weeks. But A.J. Brown completely just...
I completely wish he got drafted to a team that's up in Boston, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
It is what it is, though. But, oh, man, the Falcons look like they're in bad shape right now. Like,
they are really, really bad
in bad shape. Like
that whole team is like a complete distraught.
I feel bad for Julio, man. Like he deserves better than this. But he got signed his extension.
He got his cash. He got
his cash. But he's all right. But and I'm telling people before, like certain franchises do not recover from really bad losses. The Falcons have not recovered from Super Bowl 51, and it shows because this is bad. This was really bad.
This might be the end of Dan Quinn.
I think Dan Quinn is done. Marcus Mariota, is one of the only QBs in the league to not turn the ball over, which is ridiculous.
Marcus Mariota. Let's go.
Like I said, but it's I don't know what happened to the Falcons, man. But believe it or not, the AFC South, everyone is 2-2 in that division.
Yes, but I really think there's only one team that's still relevant to me, even though they lost to Oakland.
We'll get to that in a second.
Good old Indy, my coach. But no, Mariota, I said Mariota, I was kidding, right? That's a joke. He sucks. Not get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. He's still trash. He needs to go. If that team ever wants to do anything, he needs to go. We're done?
Yeah, we're done with this game.
Okay.
The next game, the New York Giants with Daniel Jones at home defeat the Redskins 24-3. That was Daniel Jones' first official home game in the regular season.
I also called this too. Dwayne Haskins played, but he didn't start, so I still win.
Yes, you still win. Yes, you did. But before we get there, first of all, for those that saying that that Dwayne Haskins is trash, let's be honest. Can we stop? People can stop saying that, please. He did not know he was going to start today. It's not his fault that Case Keenum is trash and he just threw it into the wolves and probably got no first team reps. So it's like, yo, like, how can you judge him and say that
you want an analogy?
It's ridiculous.
It's like you going in to the Amazon, right? Mm-hmm. You're only going in with a pair of boxers and a freaking switchblade, and you're going up against whatever wildlife, or if the Amazonian women exist, whatever's in there, you're going up against that with a damn switchblade. Yeah. That is what he went through, because that Redskins offense is beyond god awful. So these are one of those examples where I hate it, where people are always asking for the rookie quarterbacks to get thrown in when he has no support.
Let's be honest. Like, Daniel Jones had a great game against Tampa Bay, but he did not particularly play very well in this game.
He was trash too.
He was trash too, but the Giants defense woke up, which I guess you could say, you know what, I think what it is? My father was talking to me about this too. He made a lot of sense. A lot of the Giant backup players are actually stepping up a lot more because Alec Ogletree is trash. He's trash. But
that's sad too. He used to be decent.
He used to be decent, but he's trash. Jack Rabbit, it's kind of like hit or miss. Like, he'll give you a good game some days. Other games he'll really suck.
He was also like that in St. Louis.
But
they get what they signed for, right?
Yeah, get what they signed for. But other than that, the Giants win. They're technically back into the mix of things. There's one game out of the NFC East.
Again, I wish they could see me right now. I'm putting quotations all over the microphone right now.
Yeah, they have a game against the Vikings, which we'll get to that later on.
I expect beating. He's gonna beat the crap out of them because again we're getting to the Vikings in a little while, but there's some turmoil going in there too.
And then the Redskins, I think, I'd be surprised if Jay Gruden lasts to week 7. I think he's done. Because
he might be done too, yeah. He might last a season, but yeah.
I don't see him lasting the season.
Coaching 2020? Nah, I don't know about that. Yeah,
I think
I'm with you there.
Because they're gonna go to they play against New England Sunday.
Right now, yeah.
And they're gonna get destroyed. But we'll just get to there.
That's why I'm praying Dwayne does not play. I'm praying he doesn't play. Put in Case Keenum's bum ass back in. Whatever. Just don't destroy this rookie and put him against Tom Brady and company. Especially when Tom Brady look as trash as he did. He ain't gonna be looking like that on Sunday.
Yeah, not the bum-ass Redskins. Anyway.
Just quick, yes.
I'm sorry. I made a mistake.
No, we could skip the Chargers game. The Chargers beat the Dolphins. Cool, whatever.
Yeah, the Chargers beat the Dolphins 30-10. That's all I need to say. The Chargers, you had better win this game because in parts of the early part of the game, I'm like, oh my God, they lose this game.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh man. Anyway, the Dolphins, there's no hope for y'all. Y'all really suck.
We're taking too much time on this piece of trash team. They're tanking, doing it on purpose. Let's continue. Raiders at Colts. A very good game. Raiders at Colts.
The Oakland Raiders defeat the Colts 31-24. This was the game where Vontaze Burfict,
human kamikaze.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was really bad. Was really uncalled for, and he getting what the hell he deserves.
Yeah, that was stupid. So the Colts lost this game.
I know my Colts lost. They started off so slow, but I will give them an excuse. Apologize. I don't care what anybody tells me. They were coming into this pretty injured. T.Y. Hilton, he didn't play, right?
No.
Or he got knocked out. That was one of the other I forgot.
No, I think
I don't know if Darius Leonard played. I think Quentin Nelson didn't play, if I'm not mistaken. So Quentin Nelson's not playing. That offensive line goes from like a A- to a D. So that's really bad if he didn't play, which I'm pretty sure he did not.
The backup running back for the Raiders killed in this game.
He did.
I think his name was not Josh Jacobs.
The backup.
The backup. I forgot his name, but yeah, he was killing this game too. But
But I also called this, by the way, not the win, but the Raiders playing good. I called that. I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
Damn man.
I know. I'm a freaking guru for this week, bro.
What else? The Carolina Panthers on the road. Get a win against the Houston Texans 16.
You saw that play when Carolina destroyed freaking J.J. Watt. He ducked them out like in the Dragon Ball. Oh my God, he caught him with that Ultra Instinct movement, and then caught it. Oh man, it was a good play.
Cam Newton should be very, 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 very worried coming up because, like I said, they may be looking like, hey man, we kind of don't need you no more. I mean, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, they're winning.
They're winning games right now, so
they haven't done that in since last year before. So
and too, Ron Rivera was playing coaching for his job anyway, so at least he had the excuse. If they'll make the playoffs, he'll come back. But I think he's fine for now. But
they're very much in the mix too.
Yeah, very much in the mix in that NFC South. Texans lose, so they fall to 2-2, but they're still technically on top of the division. But
they look really vulnerable though.
Very vulnerable. That
like DeAndre Hopkins doesn't look the same. Deshaun Watson actually looks better to me, but he's just not getting any protection. And the secondary on the defense, even though they only allow to 16 points, that secondary is still trash.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, still be a dogfight in the AFC South. The Chiefs defeated the Detroit Lions 34-30. This
I was supposed to start with something. I'll do it after we finish.
Yeah, this could have. The Lions fought hard in this game. I'll give them that one, but
I'm still not giving them any credit.
I'm not giving them credit either. It's just like I said. They had a nice start. They played pretty decent against the Chiefs, so I need to see more from them. I'm obviously too fully full on them yet.
The most they get from me is that you're way better than I thought you're gonna be. Mm-hmm. You're actually making strides to be better, and Matthew Stafford is having a great rebound season. With all that said, you're still not making the playoffs, though. That's not happening. Yeah. I had you originally, I think, 7 wins. You might get 9 now, but that's not enough to make the playoffs in the NFC.
No, not at all.
So, not at all. Now, the Chiefs. So, about all those 50, 55, 60 touchdown passes you're going to throw, he threw none.
That's incredible. Matt Patricia is still a bum. I still hate that guy. But
well, he wasn't a bum on Sunday.
He wasn't on Sunday. He
allowed 34 points, but he's. Not
I'm not surprised, but
he slowed down Patrick Mahomes.
Slowed him down a little bit.
But hold on. Okay, now I'm gonna say everything I had to say right now. I was gonna start with this, but I completely forgot. I think because I'm in a good mood. I don't know. This Mahomes thing is kind of getting out of hand. You guys are getting completely, utterly ridiculous with this GOAT talk, this best I've ever seen talk. What? This kid played 18 games? We got quarterbacks now that play hundreds. And you're talking about that this kid is better than all of them? Is this a joke? Are y'all serious? Y'all started this bull crap with Aaron Rodgers back in 2010. And after 2010, what has he done? He got, 2 MVPs, right? And what else he did?
One Super Bowl.
No, but I was at 2010.
This is a couple
I know. It's so long ago that you don't remember, right?
It's 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know, right? And he's done nothing. In other words, just put up numbers and that's it.
They just say that he has a great skill set. I'm like, he got a skill set all he want. I want people who can win. And on Thursday night, he showed that I don't know what he was thinking, but try to be the hero. Yeah. But that was that.
It's not about me trashing Rodgers though. I could do that for hours, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm talking about Mahomes because he's the new one. I don't know what it is with people that doesn't know how to accept greatness when they see it, or they go too early because this kid has done nothing, and I love this kid. He's so good. He's really good.
Really good.
But could you calm down? Could he play a few seasons? Can he, get to the AFC Championship game again? Since he's so good, is he gonna do it again? I swear he is. But if I'm not mistaken, that defense on the other side is complete garbage. And I understand that the AFC is top heavy, but it's September. Who's to say that somebody's gonna step it up? What if it happens?
Yeah, we'll see.
You never know.
Like I
said, then you need to chill out with this GOAT talk, with this greatest you've ever seen. Shut up. Come on, calm down. Relax. The best is still playing in a certain place up north. But again, we'll talk about that in another episode.
When you win 3 AFC titles in a row, you can come and say something. Until then, shut up.
It's literally that simple.
Still gotta beat us though. Anyway, the Cleveland Browns. That was really, really tough, man. That was
I had to. I wanted to start with it, but I completely forgot.
Oh, okay. Very petty.
Yeah, it's in my notes. To start off the show, is the first thing was Mahomes ran. Because it really got me upset. Oh, because it's Colin. Colin was talking about he's going to be so good, he's going to change the NFL. If I'm not mistaken, there are 2 ways you win a Super Bowl. Pocket passing and defense. Mm-hmm. He looks like he could pocket pass pretty well.
Very much so.
He looked like he might be better at pocket passing than Aaron Rodgers himself. Because Aaron Rodgers is not a good pocket pass. I don't care. Everybody tells me he's not. His pocket presence isn't that good either. How many times he fumbled this year? He fumbled 5 or 6 times. He just lost 1. So his pocket presence isn't that good. But I don't want to hear he's going to change the NFL with his no-look bull. That gimmick shit, get out of here. You're making me curse, damn it. Get out of here. Pocket passing and defense. He don't have the pocket presence yet, so calm down. He's not changing nothing. He trying to. You know what got me triggered? I gotta say this in the Patriots. I was like, I can't be guys right now. I'm gonna hold on to it. Let's finish. My bad.
All right, got you. We'll get to that later. All right. The Cleveland Browns defeated the Baltimore Ravens 40-25. And honestly speaking, like I said, people were saying that the Ravens are a very dangerous team. You gotta watch out for them, but they got exposed in this game.
Yes, they did.
They got exposed big time in this game.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Where do I begin with this game? Where do I begin? There's so much wrong with it. The Browns. I can't even give like praise to the Browns as much because I'm like,
I understand,
because it's like it's the Ravens and they are what we thought we were, and it's like you guys prove what to me, honestly speaking. But
I think they were on the emotional high. You know how much they're getting bashed all week?
Yeah, probably.
I think that's what it was. They were on the high. I think they played closer to their potential than they did in the last few weeks, though. Like, they're not this good, but maybe like 75% of that, they're that good. That's the team I'm expecting in the later half of the season. I just think they were an emotional high. They wanted to play for the coach because their coach have been getting bashed all week long, and Mayfield was bashed all week long. So I think they played hard for them.
Rightfully so, because
rightfully so.
The play calling in that game against Durant's last week was horrendous.
And Baker was been trash too.
Like, I don't know what was that, but
so I'm not putting too much stock in this game for them like that.
I honestly I can't do it either. I can't do it either. It was kind of hard for me to do anyway. The Ravens last week, you can tell that they got exposed by the Chiefs, but not that much. But they could have won the game though. But this game, you got exposed in this one. But we'll get to that.
Lamar Jackson's back to earth.
Yeah,
he still looks better than he did last year now.
Of course, but I originally had the Steelers to pick to win this division. That's probably not gonna happen.
Nah,
but
unfortunately, not.
But honestly speaking, like I just don't know. I don't know about these two teams yet.
No, you're totally right.
I don't know. Maybe more input later. The New England Patriots defeated the Bills 16-10.
We'll talk about just Bills. Make this quick.
Yes.
Their defense is absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
That side of the ball is for real. The quarterback, however, But I like where his eyes and his brain was. His arm didn't want to sync with it, so he destroyed every throw he's supposed to make because they were kind of open for the most part. He just couldn't make the throw.
Like I said, like he knew where he wanted to go. It was just that it's more credit to the Patriots defense, confusing him, whatever. But for the most part, he knew he wanted to go, but was like, I can't get there.
Yeah, and he played okay in the third quarter. It's not bad. So there's something there.
I mean, those 3 picks,
No, you can't take those away.
Those are bad. Some of the throws, I'm like he threw the J.C. Jackson on the sideline, and I'm like, wow, that was a terrible throw.
We don't even talk about that. We talk about just the first quarter before, after the picks, the overthrows and the undercuts he was missing off on.
Yeah.
So and I think it was every third down too. He's missing them off. Wide open Cole Beasley in the flats. Wide open, John Brown down. He was missing all those throws, hitting the grass. So I'm like, dude, short passing, man. We're giving those to you, and you're not.
Frank Gore, as always, seemed to play his best game against the Patriots anyway, because he killed us last year. Again, he was in Miami last year. He had a great game this game. 110 yards rushing. I don't
even know he did that.
Be a pass for 50. We was drunk. That's why. We were drunk. That's why. 15,000 career rushing yards.
I know he did that.
He did that. That's when the Bills ball went crazy.
And I was like, he did that with the 49ers. Calm down. But yeah.
But the Bills defense, like I tip my hat off to this defense. I have a lot of respect for this defense.
They're wonderful.
They're wonderful. The Bills had nothing to be ashamed of. We'll see y'all again. They're gonna see us again. Come back in Foxborough at the end of the year. They're gonna see us. So
they don't want that. Let's move on.
This
game of the week.
This game right here, I just couldn't believe this. The Buccaneers, after being embarrassed in the final seconds last week at the Giants, they completely dismantled your NFC champion Rams, 55-40. First things first, Jared Goff is a liability. Jared Goff is a liability, and
he's had one of the worst Septembers I've seen.
I've ever seen. And then my thing is that he got paid too. You paid him too.
Of course he did.
You got paid him too.
Of course.
So damn. Todd Gurley, honestly speaking, I really hope he gets better, but I think he peaked. I have to say he peaked already. He reached his peak already.
Think he go that far?
The arthritis in his knee is. I don't see how you can recover from that.
He only got 5 carries. That's sad. You cannot have an offense with him and only have 5 carries. That's no bueno.
And the defense, oh my God.
50
55
They
points.
allowed 48 though. Got one almost a defense touchdown to finish the game. They allowed 48.
That's still bad. Still
No,
terrible.
I'm just telling you, that's disgusting.
Jameis Winston was just balling out there. Like these one of the games that bothered me. I'm like, listen, there's one game where you think that, all right, playing against the Rams or a good team, they're gonna get beat, and he'll ball out. And then you play against bum teams, he just struggles. Like, I don't get it. Like,
Well, at least this year he's a little different though. He only was really trash with one game. He played well against Carolina. He was great against New York. It's just that,
Bruce Arians kind of fucked it up for everybody.
Yeah, and then the defense didn't do any favors either. If I'm putting up 30, why the hell are you allowing more than that? So, but he was fine. But every game he'll have one of those retarded throws.
Yeah,
like
games
what are you doing throws? But he's actually been pretty well this season. So far.
But Buccaneers have been they're 2-2 now. Some of the games I'm like, all right, they're gonna get destroyed, and they end up pulling out the win. I'm like, all right, it's two big wins against NFC opponents. We'll see how it goes from there.
But seriously though, the Rams allowed 55
points. The Rams don't.
But it took that much though. That's why they're still a top team, even though they didn't play their best football.
Can we really? I have to say, Jared Goff, you're a liability. And I hope that you live up to your contract, which you're not going to. But
he's not going to.
You're not going to, but fuck it. Is what it is, though. But moving on. The Seattle Seahawks defeated the Arizona Cardinals 27-10. Oh, okay. The Cardinals suck.
Yeah, they suck.
They suck. That time when they tied with the Lions early in the season, they're like, oh my God, there's presence there. Oh, they're resilient. They're resilient.
Their first 2 weeks.
Yeah, they have resilience. No, they suck. A gimmick hire. I'll keep saying this every week until they understand it. Cliff Kingsbury was a gimmick hire. He should have never got this job anyway. He sucks. Seattle needed to win this game. Seattle, people were starting to lose confidence in them, with the loss to New Orleans last week. Even though they came back in the fourth quarter, but that game was over by halftime. So it's by halftime.
No, by halftime.
So
this one is a good bounce back for them.
Yeah, it had to be a good bounce back for them. But
and they're going to play the Rams in a few days too.
Which that should be interesting. Oh, this game right here was terrible. The Chicago Bears defending home field against the Vikings. They won 16-6. Mitch Trubisky got hurt. So Chase Daniel basically just
messed up
the game because the Vikings are really bad.
I won't go as far to say the Vikings. I'll just probably point out one person.
I'm gonna say. I had to say the team as a whole to be unbiased, but we know.
They ain't got nothing to do with biasness. We just know who's trash, and it's that quarterback.
Yo, Kirk Cousins is a bum. My father was saying that, we play the Vikings, because he's a Giants fan. He said, we play the Vikings next week, we're going to bust their ass.
I don't know about that.
But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
He said that shit, and I'm like, I don't know, but...
I expect 350 and 3 touchdowns and no picks. That's what I'm expecting from Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
because that's Kirk Cousins. That's the story of his life. When he's playing trash, he normally destroys them. And then when he has a big game, the ones that matter, he plays like a little bitch. So, there it is again. This was a big game, a division game, and you got destroyed.
I'm just marveling at the Chicago Bears defense, man.
Yeah, they picked up left off last year.
Yo, Khalil Mack is just a beast. Like, damn. I was watching the highlights of this game. I'm like, yo, man. Like, is there anything this man cannot do?
Return of the Mac, man.
Return of the Mac. He's a beast. Bears win this game. Next up, we have the GOAT. The GOAT. No, wait, he's not a GOAT. He's the GOAT meme, because he's all over the fucking internet. Gardner Minshew and the Jaguars defeated the Broncos 26-24. The Broncos remain winless 0-4. And, I'm not going to just to say thing right now, Gardner Minshew is probably a blessing in disguise. I feel bad for Nick Foles because there's a good chance
that's like about to come up with right now.
I really think that Nick Foles is going to be the odd man out.
What do the Jaguars do? Because they pay him money.
It's kind of going to be like a Mike Glennon thing in Chicago. Like years ago when they paid Mike Glennon all that money, and then Mitch Trubisky came. It's like, all right.
And they probably regret that. They probably should have kept him.
Yeah. That shit was terrible. And then you have the one in Arizona where they paid Sam Bradford, and then you drafted Josh Rosen.
That was retarded. Why would you pay like paper?
They still pay him. They're still paying him.
Teams are so dumb. This table we have in front of us is more sturdy than him. Why the hell they keep paying? Whatever. Anyway.
Yo, whoever Sam Bradford's agent is,
be my agent. You
the GOAT because you be getting people paid. But whatever. Anyway, the Jaguars look really good right now. The thing with Jalen Ramsey, he didn't play in this game.
I heard he didn't play either because he was sick or he had a baby. I forget.
They said they.
It's probably a lie.
It's
but
probably a
that's what I
lie,
heard.
but even if he did have a baby, then congratulations. If he's sick, then I feel better. But I don't think we're going to see him in a Jaguar uniform ever again. Who knows? Maybe we'll be wrong right now, but the Broncos, man. The Broncos, yo, can you please, I say this every week and I'm going to say it again. Put Drew Lock in the game, please. Joe Flacco is a bum. He's trash.
Right, but he low-key clutch, though. Like, they're always in the game, and they get, like, a drive in, too. Like, when they lost to the Jaguars, they had it. It's just they gave up, the great Gardner Minshew's drive.
Yo, Gardner Minshew's a B. yo, I know last year we went to the Jaguars bar in the city, and they were saying Blake is good, Blake Bortles is good. He's not running the team anymore.
He shouldn't be in the NFL.
He sucks, but that's either here nor there. Finally, not finally.
Hold on, they should think about trading Emmanuel Sanders though. Save the man.
You might as well at least give him something. But yeah, save him. And then Von Miller, man, just save him too. But he's
never gonna leave that spot. That's his kingdom.
Yeah,
he hasn't been playing well himself this year anyway, for some reason.
And then Bradley
I think he had it wasn't this game he finally had a showing. I think he did something. I don't know.
I think I finally got a sack in this game.
Yeah,
this
I think is what happened.
Whatever, but the Broncos have no turnovers at all, so it's horrible. The New Orleans Saints defeated the Dallas Cowboys 12-10.
They allowed 10 points only. Dak only scored 10 points.
Dak really wasn't doing much. Zeke had the only touchdown in the game.
What's up, Skip Bayless? What's up?
Yo, Skip Bayless was talking wild junk about saying, "Oh, the Cowboys." I'm like, listen, man, shut up. He's too much right now.
I miss good journalism. I wish I could get paid to do that. Talk about my team all day, cry about it, act like a fanboy that lives in the freaking garage. Like, he gets paid to do that. Like, I understand he was an established journalist years ago, but, like, still, are you serious?
No,
I could do that, too. And better. That'll actually make sense.
Yeah, because that should have made no sense.
I just miss good journalism.
Ever since Zeke got his money, he's you can't even find this guy. Like, especially against bad teams.
I just call him fat.
Like, bad teams. A lot of Cowboys fans were saying, 3-0. You play against horrible Miami. You played against a bad Giant team, and you beat a terrible Redskins team. Okay, who cares? You played against the Drew Brees-less Saints and still lost.
And they locked you up.
First of all, they really dismantled their offensive line though. Like the vaunted
Great Wall of
Dallas, they broke that shit down. Like Jericho. But it's even here.
Saints front seven is really good.
It's good. It's just
Cameron Jordan, them the beast.
It's just Eli Apple's a bum. But
he is a bum. You think they attack him all day, right? But I guess not.
Then the final game, honestly speaking, the Bengals are terrible. Andy Dalton's terrible. The Steelers defeated the Bengals 27-3.
As expected.
I
don't think I'm taking the Steelers seriously though.
I'm not taking them seriously. It's the Bengals are terrible, but they needed to get this win though because mostly it's just a coaching issue with the Steelers.
That's what I think.
I think they need to start over. I think it's time for them to clean the slate, start over again.
You're never gonna do that, man. You know how they do over there. They only got 3 coaches in franchise existence for a reason.
Makes sense.
They're not gonna fire him.
But Andy Dalton, I don't know why they didn't just draft a quarterback in the draft because Andy Dalton has proved to you in the last 10 years that he's not the guy. I mean, he's probably, like I said, he's a really cool guy, with his Andy Dalton Foundation, which is great.
I don't care about that. I got to do with football.
From a football standpoint, he sucks. He's reached his ceiling. Like, he's shown you what he is.
His ceiling? I could dunk on that ceiling. He's been a bum for years.
That's why the ceiling's very low, obviously. He sucks, but, obviously he's better than me because I'm not a quarterback, but still.
Sometimes I wonder.
Was he the highest paid QB at one point in time?
I don't know.
Like, oh my God, this shit is terrible, man.
But seriously though, that team has to get offensively has to completely rework anyway. Their freaking offensive line, oh my God. I was watching some highlights today about that game, and the sacks they were giving up is on some really cautious stuff, bro. It was bad. It was like snap, foop, boom, just that quick, and I'm like, that part he sucks, but damn. Give him a shot.
No, he really does suck. He really
Keep him
does
upright a little bit. Let him suck on his own.
That's
Like, damn.
He really does suck. But that's neither here nor there. But we're gonna take a little break real quick. We'll be back, and we'll talk about our power rankings for the NFL.
Yup. We're actually doing more than one topic today. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it is really cool.
Just sit back, relax, and listen to my man Hakeem Gayle's beats.
Goddamn right. We are back and better than ever. All right, we're gonna start doing our power rankings.
Why am I so nervous for this? I don't know what it is.
Because this was not an easy thing to come up with.
It wasn't easy at all.
I mean, part of it was easy, but it's like the middle of the pack is like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, like the 25 people in between. Like the first like 10 is light work, and then once you get 12 through 27 is like I don't know who to pick, and then the other bottom feeder trash is like, all right, what order?
All right, so let's get started with this thing. Obviously, I'm gonna go first. 32. Obviously, it's Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't gotta say nothing there.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah. Next
suck.
for me is the Jets at 31. They suck.
I have the Redskins at 31.
They're my 30, so it doesn't matter.
I have the Redskins at 31 only because they're terrible and the Jets had a bye week. That's the only reason why I put them ahead. At 30, I have the Jets.
Yeah, there you go, man. Like I said, minus Washington.
Offensively, they are shit. It's the injuries killing them, but it's mostly Adam Gase. Adam Gase is a terrible coach, and they're saying, "Oh, wait till Sam gets back. When Sam comes back, it'll be the same thing. This probably worse. He sucks. No, he doesn't suck, but Adam Gase is a bum.
They suck.
They suck in
We're
general.
already spending too much time. All right, next for me, actually, the 29th team I got is actually Cincinnati. They suck. I did this before they lost yesterday too. So yeah,
I agree with 29. The Bengals myself. I picked them 29. So at 29, 28, I picked the Arizona Cardinals.
I picked Denver.
Oh, okay. The tie they had in the beginning of the season is like they haven't impressed me ever since then.
I regret putting Denver there. I want to switch so bad, but it's too late. So yeah.
So 28 is Denver, right for you, right? For my 27, I picked the Denver Broncos. Every single game except for the first game against the Raiders have they been close. They've been very close, and they've really, just gotta get it together. They're bad, but they're not as bad as you think they are because they'll probably get one next week, bro. Depending on who they play next week.
They might.
But like I said, they've been really close.
Yeah, they're too low for me. I messed up. Oh well.
Yeah.
27 for me is Atlanta. They suck. That coach is gone.
Yeah,
they
gone.
suck. They're on going through some turmoil that I haven't seen in a while. They're horrid. Just that simple.
That was your 27. Is that right? My 27 was the Denver Broncos, which I said already. 26, I had the Falcons.
26, that's where I would put Denver. I should put Denver there. It is what it is.
I had, but the same reasons you put. I put 26. It's kind of similar, but kind of had it a little differently. But 26, I had the Falcons.
26 for me is Arizona.
Okay.
They suck. The coach sucks. I do like their quarterback. That wasn't necessarily a bust, but he can become one if they never support him, and he has no support on offense. So I don't know what they're gonna do there. No offensive line, only one receiver, and he's 85 years old. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Let's move on.
My 25 was the Houston Texans. I say Houston Texans. They're playing in a division where it's like they're literally like I said at the beginning of the year that I had them making the playoffs as a wild card anyway. But they're playing in the AFC South where it's anybody can go. They're gonna kill each other to get that division. DeAndre Hopkins is kind of like concerning me, like Seth mentioned before. He's not. He looks kind of weird now, but at the same time, their offensive line is still bad. They still need to address the offensive line. They have improved a little bit, have a little bit better, but they still need to.
No, they suck.
They suck.
My 25th actually is Pittsburgh. Again, this is before they won, but that win doesn't mean anything. They suck. Offensively, they're horrid. I don't know what's going on with Mike Tomlin's offensive coaching. They can't move the ball. They can't do anything. They suck. They did that to freaking Cincinnati. I don't get rat's ass. I do like their front seven though. That's the only high point they have to me. But they're 25th. I'm fine putting them there.
24, I had the Steelers.
Oh, see,
I had the Steelers,
Close by.
Like I said before, like he mentioned before, this game didn't prove anything to me. The Steelers beat up on a bad Cincinnati team. But they needed to win, like I said, to keep pace. They're only a game behind for the first place.
Good old AFC South, right?
Yeah, man. But other than that, this didn't prove anything to me because I still think they're still depleted defensively and I don't know. James Conner had a great game though, but like I said, against the bum ass.
Okay, cool. Clap.
Boo.
All right, come on.
Who's your 20?
24, I have Oakland.
Oakland.
I'm Oakland 24. I'm not buying it. But they do like a team that if you sleep on them well enough, they might clap you. But if you're good, you could sleep on them and you'll be fine. They just play better than you think. They still suck. Bad. They still suck. Carr looked a lot better, though. To me, that's that. And this rookie tight end they got is pretty decent. That's like the best player in the offense outside of Devin Carr. But other than that, they suck.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see about that. 24. Was it 24 now,
Yeah,
right?
24.
24. I said it right. 23, I mean. 23, I'm going to go with the Oakland Raiders.
So you're not too far behind me.
Oakland Raiders. Because originally I had them a little bit higher than I said. That's ridiculous. No.
Exactly. They're Oakland.
I was like, this is Oakland. You know, that win against the Colts, they needed it, obviously, but the Colts just had a really bad game that game. So I was like, ugh.
Yeah, they suck. 23, I have the Giants. At least they're not, 29th.
True.
Daniel Jones bring them up a little bit. They played hard the last two games. Daniel Jones didn't play hard last game. We played hard in one. But at least the team looks like they have a spark. So, and the offensive line looks like 10% better. That's something, I guess.
Yeah.
But they still suck, and they're not doing anything. But maybe they'll rally around Daniel Jones and do something with that. Maybe.
22, I have the Minnesota Vikings.
Me too. Me too.
Because they were really bad. They were really bad. That Kirk Cousins is a bum, and man, you pay. Was his money guaranteed? All his money guaranteed?
Oh, I think almost all. I don't think all of it. I think most of it.
Oh my god! Like this be trash.
Like after this year, I think they can cut him to be all right. They won't have as much dead money as before, so they might do that this year or to figure something out. But yeah, he needs to go. To me, that's their biggest problem by far. Their offensive line is trash, but actually a little bit better than before. And they have a good running back and they have a great receiving core. It's just that freaking quarterback doesn't know how to throw, I guess. I don't know. But whatever.
Okay,
21.
21. I have the Tennessee Titans. The Titans. Big win. They had a win against Atlanta. What they needed is to keep themselves alive in the AFC South, and because they're my pick to win the division anyway.
And to keep teasing us.
And they keep teasing us, until they eventually screw us over, and then boom. All right, who's your 21?
It is Jacksonville. I'm not as high on that quarterback as most people are because I don't fall for things for a game or two. I fall for things for 2 years worth of play. So I need to see him play for a few years to see how good he really is. He's not bad though. He looks poised, so that's really good. As most young quarterbacks will have poise at all in the pocket, and he has it. So it's not bad. But the team still isn't all that. They really aren't. Like, Nick Foles was not going to change this. It was going to happen with Nick Foles. So people were ridiculous with that. But whatever. They're my 21st. Kidding.
All right, so we're at 20 now, right?
Yeah.
Things always fucking in the same room. 20, I have the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, you hurt my feelings.
The Indianapolis Colts. It was one bad game, though, but, for the most part,
They're supposed to be 3-1.
They're supposed to win the game, but, they kind of knocked them out a little bit. This is a bad game for them.
Supposed to be 3-1.
They should be 3-1.
And they should have beat my 20th team, the Chargers. That's my 20th team. They suck, too. They're the same old Chargers, the same old San Diego Chargers that they were. They'll flirt with you for a year. The next year, they come down to earth. They're not all that. They ain't all that. They're a 3-person team on offense. They're Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen, and Austin Eckler now. That's it. They ain't all that. They ain't shit. That's my 20th team.
All right, well, my 19th was the Los Angeles Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers. It was everything he said. I was telling him if they lose, because at a certain point in the game, I was saying, oh my God, you let the Miami Dolphins score their first lead in the season. I was like, oh my God, if you lose to this guy, we're done with you. You guys suck. But
they do suck. But
they still suck. So I
think I'm Melvin Gordon back. I wonder if that means anything.
Still the Chargers.
Yeah, they are still the Chargers. My 19th pick is actually a Tennessee Titans. They're really good at flirting. You know that?
Really?
Really good at flirting. Like, they should be trying to be my wingmen because they like to tease and talk and touch on everybody and then let you down at the end. So when they're about to let you down, I'll just take the guy out and I'll pick up the girl for myself.
Oh, my God.
But that's what they do every year to people. They swear they're going to do something and let you down. Yeah,
they're still my pick to make. They're still my pick. Number 19.
That was my 19. You didn't do 19 already?
Oh wait.
I was in Chargers.
My Chargers number 20.
Oh.
Well, we messed this up. We'll figure this out.
It is what it is.
Yeah, my number 19 was the New York Giants.
Wow, I got them high.
The New York Giants, I think the defense actually, they respond well with the fact they have a new, I don't know. I think the defense responds well with new
quarterback, right?
The
spark, man.
And the spark right there, and also that on defense, how a lot of defensive players on the bench are able to rise up. Who's the guy? I forgot his last name again. He's Alec Ogletree's replacement for backup, and he's been killing. He's been killing lately. I got Ogletree's a bum, but we'll see that later though. But the Giants will be getting back Golden Tate this week.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Golden Tate.
And
Sterling Shepard will be back. So
Saturday's episode's gonna be interesting. Then those picks.
Yeah, man. So we'll see about that right there. That was 19.
Yeah.
18. Guess. I picked the Jacksonville Jaguars. And like I said, Gardner Minshew really had a spark on that team. Just I don't know. I like seeing him play, man. Until he's a blessing in disguise. But it's what it is, though.
Sure. My 18th is Houston. I like the quarterback now. It took me 2 years, but I like the quarterback now. Too bad he doesn't really have anything in his team, because apparently his number one receiver is just sitting back chilling now. I don't know what happened to the ridiculous DeAndre Hopkins that was here last year, but he's still a beast. He just looks human again. I guess that's what happens, The defense, J.J. Watt looking like he's getting his stride back little by little. Mm. Yeah, he's still a beast, but actually he's trying to look more dominant. Unfortunately, he got his sack broken by Kai Allen. But, I mean, that happens. All right.
Yeah, so that's 18. 17. I think I messed this up. This whole thing's all fucking...
It's fine. It is what it is.
I think, but did I say Tampa Bay yet?
No.
All right, number 17, Tampa Bay. Only because, like I said, the quality when they have over the Rams was the only reason why I have them inside the top 20. And the fact of the matter is that Jameis Winston actually had a pretty good game. So only because of the quality win. I kind of go by quality wins a little bit, so I think
that's a win that a lot of teams don't have yet.
Yeah, a quality win. So
my 17th is Carolina. I love their defense, but I'm not sold on young people yet. I'm one of those people, man. You gotta show me something. The dude only played 2 games, right? And one of them was against freaking Arizona. I'm supposed to be impressed you beating up by Arizona. You know what everybody else beat up on? Nah, I'm good. I don't care if you beat up on Arizona. But he looks okay, I guess. And McCaffrey just carrying the whole freaking offense on his freaking shoulders and wilding out. But we'll see how far that takes them. They're in the division mix, so.
Yeah. 16, I had Carolina 16. 16 for the
Mine is Tampa Bay.
Same. Oh.
So I was flipped over, yeah.
So kind of same reasons, though. So I had my 16 is Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay is the same thing. I like what Jameis is doing so far outside of game 1. Defensively, their run defense is really freaking good on Tampa Bay. I don't know what it is, but dang. And that Barrett and the edge, finest Messiah, we got 9 sacks?
Yeah.
That's kind of ridiculous. They just got to fix that secondary, and then we have somewhere to go. Oh, yeah, and the offensive line, please help, Jameis. We move on now.
15, I have the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens in this game. Like I said, the first 2 games of the week, they're kind of a dangerous team. And then the last 2 weeks lately, they've been all right, they've been exposed. So they kind of been exposed a little bit, kind of back down to earth. But, playing in the AFC South, in the AFC North, they're still in the mix of everything. But the loss to the Browns kind of hurt them a little bit.
No, I feel you. Mine, 15th is Seattle.
Oh.
They've played almost every game close that wasn't the Cardinals, and that's a little concerning. But I know they like to slow it down in September, but still, we're going by what we're seeing.
Yeah.
I can't go by from what I what I knew from the past or whatever. It's about what's going on right now. So right now, they're not looking all that good. Their secondary is looking hot garbage. The complete opposite of what they used to have 5 years ago. But they can easily pick it up. Russell Wilson's playing like a god. So as long as they let him do his thing, they're going to be fine. Just simple as that. That's what happens when you get a franchise quarterback.
Yeah. 14, I have the Cleveland Browns.
Me too.
The Cleveland Browns.
Me too.
I had to double check it, make sure I didn't mess this thing up again. Yeah, but like I said, that was a big quality win for them. Like I said, I'm kind of not sold on them yet.
I'm not sold on them.
I still have to see more from them, but they needed this win there because, Like it's their game against the Rams kind of like had me concerned. Like I said, it's just Freddie Kitchens was beating himself up, which he should because that was horrible. That play calling was horrible, and Baker was trash. Baker played pretty good in this game, but I still need to see more. Everyone was on the Browns bandwagon, the Browns train, and I was not. And I still think they are an 8-18.
I don't blame you at all. That's more realistic. I had them 9-7 on the wild cards. I wasn't too far behind you, but 9-7 gets you a wild card spot in this conference. So
yeah,
there's only one game, so I'm not convinced. I don't fawn over things for one game. They finally look like a competent football team, but after that Rams game, they did exactly what I thought they were gonna do. So I'm not sold on them yet. However, I know their schedule softens up entirely, so they're going to look better soon. But 14th best team in power rankings for both of us is not bad. So you're something.
True. Who's 13? 13. They're all messed up. Right? The 13 had the Lions. Had the Lions at 13. They played the Chiefs really hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought this would have been a blowout. Cause I thought that
I thought it was gonna be too.
The Lions, but they proved me wrong. We'll get to the Chiefs in a second, but the Lions.
It's not gonna be a second. It's gonna be a while.
Yeah. The Lions. Matt Stafford played pretty good too, but
he's having a good season.
At the end of the day, he's playing against the Chiefs.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I just can't put my stock on it too. I'm like the Lions, had a nice start, 2-1-1. Can't be mad about that, but that's basically it.
My 13th is Indianapolis, my Colts. If Andrew Luck was there, he would have went up like 7 spots, but he's not there. They just don't have the franchise quarterback. That's the thing that holds them back, man. At the end of the day, they can be 13, 12, 11 best team, but, I mean, at the end of the day, you're not a real playoff contender until you either Jacoby steps it up or you get a franchise quarterback. It's as simple as that. But I love this team, and I love how this team is constructed. They had a really bad loss against Oakland, but again, it's one time. And again, I'm gonna keep saying they should be 3-1. They should have beat the Chargers. I don't care.
All right, who's your 12? Because I kind of like mixed everything up, so I'm kind of like really, really trying to.
So then I'm gonna talk about my 12, and you count how much you have left.
Yeah.
My 12 is Buffalo. Their defense is absolutely insane. It's not just because they beat up by Tom Brady, because they've been beating up on people for a long time now. Their defense is legit, absolutely fun to watch. I had a lot of fun watching them myself. I was just clapping the entire time they were on defense, like, yo, this is good. Good tackle, good fake, good hit, good. They're just so disciplined and play defense so well. They're amazing. But the other side of the ball, they have so much to work on. But I do see progress in Josh Allen's development. And the receivers are looking like they're getting their stride a little bit. John Brown was open in a couple of plays in the Sunday. They just couldn't get the ball to him. And Cole Beasley is looking pretty good. Josh Allen, at least throughout the season, he's been able to hit those little short routes. So we'll see what happens with them. But they're my 12.
Okay. Just trying to figure this out. All right. So I don't know who the 12. My 12 thing is all jumbled up and everything. I think I probably repeat the same thing twice, everything. But I don't know. I kind of mixed everything up.
So count from 1 down to 12, and that 12 is your team.
No, but nah, shit. Cause I think I said it twice. I didn't want to bring another team, so
you may have skipped the team. We'll see.
Yeah, I may have skipped the team. So, but my 11, I have 11 now. 11, I picked the Seattle Seahawks, only because.
Who was before Seattle?
I can't even find it. I can't even fucking find it.
Okay.
We'll figure it out later. But
yeah.
I have the top 10 already. The number 11 was the Seattle Seahawks. Like when Juan said before, that you could say, a lot of the games have been really too close for liking. The Steelers game, which honestly speaking, like even though they were beat up, but you should have just pounded on them, but you didn't. When the Saints game, like
yeah, that was a pretty bad beating.
It was pretty bad beating. The score says itself. And this game you had last week is like, against the Cardinals, who cares? So I mean, they're still they've done enough to keep people confident in them, saying, all right, you probably be a sleeper team towards the end of the season, but right now I'm not really impressed.
My 11th is Baltimore. They fell down to earth. Lamar Jackson still sucks, but I do see a little bit of improvement. But then again, he was so bad last year that improving a little bit is not enough. But defensively, they're not as good either. But they still look like a competent team. They're looking like the favorites for that division, but people are starting to creep up on them. So we'll see what happens there.
My number 10 is the Green Bay Packers. Quality wins against Chicago early in the year. I think that kind of kept them in the top 10 for me. it's just the brain fart they had on Thursday night was
The
like
fact they don't know how to work on second halves,
yeah.
I feel you.
That was just mind-boggling to me. But that's the only reason why for me they're in the top 10. They need a running game. They really need a running game. But that's my number 10.
My number 10 is Chicago because they don't know how to score points. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's really all I can say. Because defense is beautiful.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
My number 9 was the Bills Mafia, Buffalo Bills.
Wow, you put them at 9.
Yeah, the defense really, really impressed me because they said before, all right, fine. The teams they played in the beginning of the year, they were trash. When they played New England, I'm not gonna lie, they made Brady uncomfortable. They made Sonny Michel look. I don't know what happened to Sonny Michel. He still hasn't broken stride yet. And it's
they weren't doing 9 days this defense he was doing.
Yeah,
so I don't care.
It's nothing. So that defense himself, and then like I said, even though Josh Allen threw 3 picks, but we understand that we see what he's trying to throw at. It just can't get it there. But that defense alone keeps them in the top 10.
We're at number 9. I have Detroit actually. You know the guy who always talks so much ish about Detroit. I have them in my top 10. Look what they've done against quality opponents, man. They beat up on Philly, right? They arguably should have actually beat the Chiefs. It was a really good back and forth game between them. Wasn't for that dumb fumble that they had in the freaking goal line, and they somehow let that go 99 freaking yards. And that's why they are where they are. But they actually played pretty tough. They choked the first game. They should have beaten. Like it was ridiculous how they let the tie happen. But they're playing some good football, man. I don't like them still, and I know this is not gonna last forever.
Yeah.
But I can't put my bias in this, so they're 9 for me. They're playing good football.
My number 8 is the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, they had a really bad game last week, so it kind of knocked them down a little bit. A couple of games. Because, I mean, when you beat on the Saints with no Drew Brees, like, okay, you can't really say much.
It took a minute to do that.
And then you barely beat on the Browns on Sunday Night Football. So like, so I don't know. But I haven't someone said in the group chat I was in, they said the Rams' demise is coming quicker sooner than we think. And I'm like, I don't know about that. But they don't look good. Maybe they should bounce back or something, but they don't look good.
They don't. My 8th is the San Francisco 49ers. Biggest reason why is because there's still a big question mark. They're playing good football, but I need to see more, man. That's the only reason. They're playing good collectively as a whole unit. They have a pretty good running game. The quarterback is playing good most of the time. Their defense actually made a lot of good strides too. So they look good. I just need to see them play against somebody, competent. And their next 2 games might show me. They have Browns and I believe Rams.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens at the end of the month. I think what we're gonna do is do top 10 rankings for the whole month, and then the final, or either the final show of October or the first show of November, we'll do another 32.
Okay. Number 7, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Mm-hmm. They, like I said, they had a big win against the Packers. They're trying to keep stride in their division.
Only behind the game, they good.
Only behind the game, which is good. They got an easy schedule coming up, but they have the Eagles. They have the Jets next, so they've done enough to keep themselves in the top 10 for me. But that's just me. What do I know?
7, right?
Yeah.
Mine actually is Dallas. Since you played a good team, you give me that performance. Lucky for me, I had a lot of beer in me, so I was good. But Lord have mercy. I understand Gallup wasn't there, and supposedly, I don't know if Skip is the best source, but supposedly Mark Cooper wasn't 100% all right. But, seriously, though, 10 points? That's it? Come on, bro. You go down when you have one quality football team and you play like that. If you would have made it a real game, okay. But at least the Dallas defense is really good.
Yeah, they are. I have Dallas at 6 for the same reason you said right there. Only, like I said, they would have been at least top 5 had they won the game. But, I think with them losing to Teddy Bridgewater and to Teddy Bridgewater, I'm like, it kind of lowered down for me, though. But the defense do look really good, though. But I want to see them play more as their schedule gets harder. When they have to play against New England, they got to play against
Philly.
Philly, and I want to see how they respond to them. But I had Dallas at 6.
I have the Rams at 6. even though they allowed 55 points as a unit, they did score 40. It did take 55 points to still beat them. Even though Jared Goff is trash and was the biggest reason why they lost, they still took 55 points to beat them.
Yeah.
They're still a really good football team, but I do agree 100% with you when I say the demise is coming. It probably is. People are starting to figure them out for the most part. At least figure out Jared Goff.
You know what it is, and they said it a lot on TV, and my father didn't agree. They're using the Patriots blueprint from Super Bowl 53 to beat them, and you see it. You see it every game.
And that's boo-boo on the Rams because there's something called adjusting. That's what makes coaches great. And if McVay can't do that, then he is probably the most overrated coach I've ever heard in the past 3 years.
They say he's an offensive guru, but I'm like...
But this guru's getting figured out.
Yeah, they're realizing that, listen...
The Browns figured it out.
Yeah.
They just lost.
They just couldn't capitalize.
New England figured it out, and we didn't even need our quarterback to win a game for us, finally.
Yeah.
Like,
we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
Though,
but yeah, they're getting figured out, so he needs to learn how to fix that up. Top 5?
Yeah, top 5. Top 5, I'm going with Chi-Town's finest, Chicago Bears. That defense is absolutely phenomenal. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, is there anything they can't do? It's kind of like...
They can't score 20 points.
I wouldn't say that, too. I don't remember the Bears even scoring 20 points this season. I don't remember. I don't remember them. Well, yeah, against the Redskins on Monday Night Football.
And who do you say they beat? Who?
They beat the Redskins.
Okay, thank you very much.
Besides that, but the defense...
And wasn't that from Case Keenum?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Case Keenum had 15 points in that game. But he had like 5 picks in that game.
Like, come on
5 turnovers in that game. It was terrible. The defense continues to keep this team afloat. Mitch Trubisky, I'm hoping...
He's actually worse than he was last year, so that's a huge problem.
I hope that he gets better. I hope he gets better for his shoulder injury, but...
Don't get better if you're not going to throw the football.
Historically, Chicago's defense keeps them known for their defense historically.
So, what's their Super Bowl count?
Huh?
What's their Super Bowl count?
Oh, they have 0.
1, right?
They only have 1.
They got 1. So then, what a good formula, right?
I mean, this quarterback. If they had decent quarterbacks, they'd be fucking decent. Like, you had Rex Grossman and Jay Cutler.
They had a chance to get Patrick Mahomes, bro, in the draft.
We're not going to discuss that.
So I don't want to hear that quarterback excuse. Learn how to scout.
Yeah, if they had Patrick Mahomes,
I didn't mean to take over this team.
It's cool. If they had Patrick Mahomes, then they would be.
I mean, yeah, then they would be super champions.
Yeah.
My top 5th in my top 5 is Philadelphia. Their game against Green Bay, that is the Philadelphia Eagles team for the most part I expected. They do have big holes though, like that secondary. Oh my God, how bad they are! But Carson Wentz looked like Carson Wentz for 3 quarters because that first quarter they looked like they were trash too. Carson Wentz looked good. My boy Zach Ertz doing his thing. If they could get a running game like that going, they're gonna be huge problems to deal with. But they still have holes to fix. Let's put them there because they had a really, really big win against a team that was undefeated at one point.
Yes. My number 4 team is the New Orleans Saints. They've found ways to win games without Drew Brees. The front 7 has been playing well. I'll give them that. They really dismantled the Cowboys defense. They only held Zeke for like 35 yards, rushing, and Dak Prescott looked like he always is, an average QB. So they did a really good job on that, and hopefully they can maintain that until Drew Brees comes back, which I still think will be a little bit difficult, but they can keep pace in their own division. They control their own destiny at the point.
They do. My 4th is the Green Bay Packers. I still like what I saw, even though the defense got ran on like savages. But they still look good. Aaron Rodgers looked at himself for the most part, and then he didn't score a game-winning touchdown. That's also typical of him.
Yeah.
But he looked fine. I think they're getting their strides a little bit. They just really need to figure out how to continue to destroy people in the second halves. They are really a tale of 2-half team. They'll play good one half, and the next half they're trash, and it's usually the first to second. But I think that's totally fixable. They're 3-1. They're doing their thing. I like what I see from them. No excuses, Rodgers. Continue.
Number 3, I have San Francisco.
Damn, that's high.
San Francisco.
Lord, have mercy.
Only because the bye week, and they've been like, and then they had the bye week, and they're undefeated, and also the fact of the matter is that we're gonna see them. They played they played the Browns this week. So I want to see how they react to them. Now if they can shut down, if they can shut down, the Browns, which I probably think they will, but they look pretty good. I'm gonna lie, I kind of was like disrespectful to say blah blah blah. But, they proved something to me. Like they're pretty.
So far so good.
So far so good. That's my number 3 pick.
My third is New Orleans. I'm not saying I'm wrong yet. I don't care. I'm not saying I'm wrong yet. But they're doing their thing. The defense completely stepped up since Drew Brees went down. I just hope, for their sake, they don't revert back to what they were when Drew Brees comes back. But they're doing what they're supposed to do. They haven't lost since Drew Brees went down. So they're definitely keeping the ship up for when he becomes, healthy again. That front seven is good. Cam Jordan and them are good, man. I got nothing to say about that. They're a good football team right now, man. I'm not gonna eat my crow yet though. I got a couple months. We'll see.
Okay. My number 2 is the New England Patriots.
Oh, you bugging? I should stunner you through this freaking thing right now.
Yes, I have the Patriots as number 2.
And I got Seth Rollins t-shirt. I'll curb stomp your ass right now.
I have the New England Patriots at number 2. Defensively, they obviously were stellar. It was amazing. They even though they say that big as the Bills, I have the Patriots number 2. The offense is definitely a concern.
No, it's not.
For me, it's a concern. Because it's a concern.
We're gonna have a fun Patriots episode.
Yes,
now.
We are, because the offensive line, even though Brady didn't get hit like that, but they was bringing pressure down. They couldn't stop the pressure from him. He didn't get hit though, so that's a good thing. Running game, Sony Michel, I don't know. He has not found a stride yet. It's like, wow, it's kind of concerning. Even though I say he had a breakout year, but right now he haven't found a stride yet. A lot of injuries on the receivers. So and we had Phil Dorsett trying to, like I said, he was good the first couple of weeks, and then it was like he was couldn't be found. And Tom Brady, some of the Tom Brady's throws is like, all right, Brady, who you doing to? Like the time he threw the ball in the end zone and got picked off in the end zone.
That pick was crazy. Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Ain't nothing to defend about that.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck was that? And but I'm gonna destroy this guy and Patriot plays. Yeah. All I gotta say is Steven Gostkowski. That's all I gotta say. So they're number 2 for me.
Number 2 is Kansas City. The first 2 are gonna remain the same no matter what. Mahomes is a beast. However, he looked, I won't say human, but he looked okay in that Ryan's game. I guess Patricia watched film. I don't know. But they're a good team. Their defense is trash.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. Until you see improvement there, you're going to stay number 2. You're not better than a complete team that is my number 1 team.
Well, obviously your number 1 team is obviously the Patriots, and mine's obviously the Chiefs. Only, like I said, for the exact reasons, I think if the Patriots would have offensively like done damage to Buffalo, they would have been number one. But the offense definitely concerned me in this week. They did not. They looked very, very uncomfortable at the game. So that's why I picked Kansas City number 1, only because they score a lot of points, and even though the defense is suspect, they still are the powerhouse of the AFC. Now, are they better than New England on paper? I'm not going to say all that. I'm saying after what I seen last week, the Patriots kind of fell off just slightly.
I'm not going to overreact. New England's number 1. That defense is ridiculous. It's almost legendary status. Because we have one bad game on offense does not exclude the fact that we're not better than Kansas City. I want to hear that bull. Stop it. You see how ridiculous that Buffalo Bills defense is. Our line is hurt. I understand that. That's why Sony can't run. Sony does not look the same, though. I will give you that.
Yeah, he does.
But we have other running backs in play. We have a rookie that we had that was 100% healthy, that can catch and run just like him, that was active for some reason. I guess he'll be unleashed later on when it matters. Rick Burhead, was he even there?
He was only there for like a series.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's injured, so that's why. With Burkhead there, since he's a dual threat, that'll be all right. We'll be fine. Julian Edelman had his chest cave him the other day. That's why he didn't play that much. It's one game. Buffalo played their absolute hardest like they were supposed to. So they played their, I don't want to say their Super Bowl because they're good enough to get to a playoffs. So I don't want to say that to them and disrespect them like that. But they played their hardest against their best competition, and kudos to them. But you lost. So I'm not going to get over that.
Like I said, I only picked them because of what I've seen on week. Do I think they're better? They're better than the Patriots?
Nope.
No, I don't believe they're better than the Patriots. I still think they played a playoff game in the AFC title game, the inevitable AFC championship game this year, it'll be Chiefs and Patriots, and I think the Patriots still beat them because it comes down to defense who wins championship. But I'm going by last week, going by with the week, what happened in those games, and the Chiefs just slightly just impressed me a little bit better. Nope. But the Patriots defense is no joke. I'll give them that, and obviously it impressed me. That's best I've seen in a long time, but that's just me. So we'll agree on that one.
Okay, we're gonna take another break. Should be the final break of the podcast. So more beats to listen to. Okay. Yep, that's our thing, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that for now on. That sounds pretty interesting.
So we're gonna go through contenders and pretenders for at least for the last month. Just do that really quick, because I have something fun at the end of this I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So the contenders that I've written down, that I've gotten, that's pretty much unanimous, I guess. We Patriots, Chiefs, Packers, Cowboys, and Eagles and Saints. I got 6 of them. To me, those are the only 6 teams that are really Super Bowl ready-ish. And ish is leaning towards like Cowboys and Packers, probably. Even though, again, I've been choking crap about the Saints forever, but they are still a Super Bowl contender at this point. That's what I got.
I can't get pretty much the same thing. Patriots, Chiefs, Packers, Cowboys, Eagles, Saints. Yeah, you could say that. You could say that right now.
Any problems?
Nope. No, I don't think any problems at all. I think right now they still got the most right now. I would have.
There you go. See, that's all I want.
Yeah, I mean, if there was like a category for in the middle, like someone who's not a contender but not a pretender, it's kind of like you're stuck in limbo. Mm-hmm. Chicago was definitely in that list. Chicago, I think if they had a QB, there's a QB, they'll be a contender. But the defense just keeps them in the middle. It's like you don't know what to do either or. But other than that, yeah.
Trubisky sucks. All right, pretenders. So these are teams that are actually looking pretty good, but nah. So who I put in this list, this is what we're going to actually talk about, I guess, is Lions, Seahawks, Browns, Bills, Bears. There's my pretender for that reason. Okay. And the 49ers. I have the 49ers there because I don't know. But since they're undefeated, they are a quote-unquote contender. But I don't know about that. I don't know what to expect.
In my list, I have the Rams as pretenders.
I don't hate that.
The Rams. Because, like...
I thought, 5 minutes, bro. They putting them in there. I thought about it.
I say the Rams because, like I said, Jared Goff's liability, and the defense actually has took a step back since last year, and teams are starting to figure out Sean McVay's plays and, way to stop. You got way to stop them. So they look very, very vulnerable. Like I said, especially when you give up 55 points to Tampa Bay. It's like, I don't know how you do that. But
That's still 55 points, bro. That's crazy.
There's still a lot of points you give up. But I have them as pretenders. I'm sorry.
I don't hate it. I have the Bills there because they only lost 1 game, and they are not even close to Super Bowl ready yet. So I have to put them there.
I mean, they'll compete for a playoff spot right now. It depends on how they will play in the second half of the season or more towards the season. But I'm pretty sure Josh Allen isn't going to play this Sunday.
Oops. Nobody told you to run. Lions is the same difference. They only have 1 loss. So I have to put them up there. They are not a Super Bowl contender. I don't say about that. Seattle, their defense doesn't look good enough for them to contend to the Super Bowl. But they are probably a playoff team. Browns, they're the Browns. Stop it. When they learn how to stop getting freaking laundry all over the damn field, then we'll talk. And the Bears, they have no quarterback.
Team in the NFL?
It might be Atlanta now.
Oh, yeah, because they had 16 against...
Yeah, it might be Atlanta now, I think.
Jeez, 16. How do you go do the double-digit penalties? That's fucking terrible.
It's unacceptable.
Unacceptable. What? Oh, man. But, yeah, I think for that most part, yeah. I think the Rams... People think the Rams are still the Super Bowl contenders. I don't see it. I think no. I really think...
I got you. Again, it took me minutes, 5 to 7 minutes on that team alone, decided whether to put them there or not. I decided not to. But you took the step. I respect you more for that.
Thank you, sir.
So now, let's recap the month of September real quick. So the 4 topics I got is that the AFC is ridiculously top-heavy. Out of 2 teams, everybody else ain't touching them. That's what I see.
Yeah.
That's simple.
The Patriots and the Chiefs, we predicted this since last year. Chiefs, Patriots in the AFC title game, all depending on where it's going to be played at. My thing is, I think we played in Foxborough.
I think it'll be Foxborough.
I think we played in Foxborough, and I think if it's installed in Foxborough, how the Chiefs defense is, how unless they make a trade in the middle of the deadline.
Right, Ramsey's available, so.
Ramsey's available. I think if they get Ramsey, then they're like, okay, then this stratosphere's away. Like, let's be honest, I don't see anybody else beating New England or Kansas City. You think the Browns beating them? No. You think Baltimore's beating them? No. Like the Chargers? No. Like I said, it's all about who's playing for third at this point. Who's playing for third at this point?
Yeah, it is. My second topic is the fact that you mentioned earlier, the middle of the pack. Apparently, there are 21 teams in the quote-unquote middle pack, meaning they're in between 3-1 and they're between 2-2. 13 of them are 2-2 and 8 of them are 3-1. So do you consider that competitive, or do you consider that everybody sucks equally? Because that's the thing. That is the thing.
I'm gonna go with the latter because it makes sense that a lot of teams played. I think they played their weakest schedule early. You notice that a lot of games are played early. It was like a really bad team. So it's kind of like Dallas is 3-1. They had played against 3 bad teams and they got shut out. They got beat up by the Saints. So it's kind of like, during the second half of the season, they'll probably have like much more competitive matchups with the better teams playing each other. But right now, it's kind of like, it's still anyone's ball game. Like I said, the AFC, everyone in the AFC is playing for third. New England and Kansas City is no one's top heavy, no one's chasing them. The NFC has always been competitive the last few years. It just got more competitive now. You got the Giants in the mix, who there's still 7 kids in the mix though. So you have
Yeah, I don't agree with that. They're not in the mix.
I mean obviously because they're 2-2 and everything. Just a lot of teams in the mix, but we'll see everybody get weed themselves out towards.
Of course.
Yeah. So
it's September.
It's still early though.
It's just fun to talk about, Now, the third topic I have, rookie powers. All the rookie quarterbacks and wide receivers kicking that ass. Mm-hmm. Like Gardner Minshew, for example.
Gardner Minshew. Oh, my God.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, besides, I just like how you play. I just like the energy he brings to Jacksonville and everything. And, hey, man, I feel bad for Nick Foles. Nick Foles is... He might be out of there as soon as he got in there. I don't know, it's gonna be interesting.
I really don't feel bad for him. It is what it is.
I mean, he got his money though, so I don't think he got his Super Bowl ring. He got his money. I don't think he cares.
And then the freaking skill position players too. My boy A.J. Brown in the Tennessee Titans doing his thing.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin in Washington, the only good player in the offense, doing his thing. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good rookies doing their thing. It's not like as star powered, quote unquote, as it was last year, with Denzel and Ward last year, Baker Mayfield and whatnot. But rookies are doing their thing. I like what I see from them. Josh Jacobs, running back in Oakland.
Which people said.
Tight end from Oakland too, playing really well.
A lot of people said that they reached on Josh Jacobs when they drafted him.
I didn't think so.
I didn't think so either. But he's proven well. Like I said, they need something to fucking cheer about.
A lot of sports media really believe in value when it comes to drafting. I'm not really like that. I believe in you draft what you need. But if you can get him later, get him later.
Yeah.
Like what Giants did with Daniel Jones. I still think that was a horrific pick because you drafted him too high. You could have got him in the second round. I guarantee it.
Listen, I was expecting to draft Josh Allen from Kentucky. I think that defense, because Josh Allen is a beast. Him and Calais
There's another one. Josh Allen playing pretty well.
And then my thing is he played in Kentucky, right? SEC. Like I said, even though Kentucky in football is terrible, but he was a monster. Like you get some of these colleges that have the diamond in the rough, like Khalil Mack came from Buffalo, the MAC in the MAC conference. MAC conference sucks, but he was a diamond in the rough, and look at him, one of the premier defenders in the league. So shout out to small colleges, man. Well, it's not small conference colleges. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're really doing their thing, man. I like what I see so far. Now, the fourth one. Still in the rookie campaign, but about the coaches. They suck. They are a combined 5-18-1.
I'm glad you mentioned this, actually, because the only person I'm going to give it pass to right now is Brian Flores.
Oh, you have to.
Vic Fangio and Zach Taylor.
I'm not going to give it past Vic Fangio. Because you are supposed to be, he's the defensive guy from Chicago. I'm saying you're supposed to be a defensive guy. Your defense sucks ass. Why? Yeah, Chris Harris Jr. is a good corner. You got Von Miller, supposed to be one of the best sack destroyers in the league. Why do they suck? You didn't have any sacks or any pressures for weeks. Why? So that's supposed to be your thing. Like if you were 1-3, but your defensive ranking is like top 12 at least. Okay, I get it, whatever. But your defense sucks. Why? You don't get past from that for me. When your specialty is defense.
I mean that makes sense, but I only said because I'm speaking for from
Bradley Chubb and them. Like, come on.
I'm talking about as far as the defense having kind of a turnover there, but I think that, like I said, they signed Joe Flacco. It's like, what did you really thought you were gonna get from him? Like,
no doubt, no, you got that.
So
that's why I'm fine with
1-3. Yeah, like
2-2 because they're still in every game.
They should be 2-2, 1-3. So that's
why your defense is whack?
So Brian Flores, obviously he didn't respect the Dolphins to be this garbage. Where like I said, every coordinator wants to be a head coach in this league. He did pretty well in New England as the defensive coordinator for the year he took over, and got a job from Miami. I feel that they're starting the reset button. I think that
reset button.
He's gonna.
You never seen Dynamite Man? Never seen TNT with the lever? That's exactly what they went. Flat, boom.
So that's why I say I'll give him a pass. Zach Taylor, I'm gonna give him a pass right now only because.
Yeah, the whole roster needs to get exploded. That's the Cincinnati Bengals coach, by the way.
The Bengals got rid of the GM years before they got rid of Marvin Lewis. They all should have been going at the same time. And then like I said, I think that they were just doing a reset a little bit at a time. It's like it don't make no sense to do that. You finally got rid of Marvin Lewis, which honestly speaking, I thought he had some dirt on the owner because I'm like 15 years as the coach and no playoff wins, and you let him stay here for this long. As long as you did, you must have something on the owner. But you got rid of him. Mm-hmm. Zach Taylor had to inherit Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is trash. And the fact of the matter is that the Bengals front office didn't draft a quarterback in this draft. Andy Dalton is not. He proved that he's not the franchise quarterback. You could have at least got Dwayne Haskins in that draft. They were bad enough. They could have got Dwayne Haskins or something. Like there was no reason for you to go not draft a quarterback in this draft. So I'll give them a pass for that. But other than that, and for everybody else,
Cliff sucks. Clifford got Aaron Rodgers. You better be 3-1.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur, you better be 3-1 with Aaron Rodgers because it's like even though you should be 4-0, but you kind of shot yourself in the foot. But that's neither here nor there. Freddie Kitchens is, honestly speaking, I thought Greg Williams would have been the coach of the Browns this year. I thought that he did a phenomenal job in the second half of last year.
Guess they didn't care.
Because I mean, they got Freddie Kitchens, I guess. But Cliff Kingsbury, he suck. He sucks, and it's like Arizona's front office is just so bad that the fact that the matter that we're gonna be a revolutionary. We're gonna get a young hot stud coach, and this guy still suck.
Yeah, they suck.
First of all, I'm still mad that they fired Steve Wilkes last year. They didn't have to fire him. They should have never fired him. He took that job knowing this team sucks, and he did the best he could. 3-13, you still fired him because you wanted a hot shot coach. I hope you lose every single game.
They might. Their records as follows: Matt LaFleur is 3-1, Zach Taylor's 0-4, Freddie Kitchens is 2-2, Brian Flores is obvious, Vic Fangio is 0-4, and Cliff Kingsbury is 0-3-1.
And counting.
Yeah, I mean that's for all of them, and counting. So that is what's going on with these rookie guys. I was going to do a big fantasy thing, but I'm going to save that for Saturday's episode because we've already been an hour and change. We should probably not go that far. So instead, we're going to go straight into my fun event for the day. And Bleacher Report put out an all-NBA rankings for all time.
Okay.
Trevor does not know anything about this. I read it and I laughed. My cousins read it, who actually might be in the show next week, but we'll see. They laughed. They said it was the worst list they ever heard. So we're going to go through this real quick. I want to see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what's up with that.
Once again, I have not seen this list yet. So this will be my actual live reaction to this list. I've never seen this list yet. So it's my first time seeing it.
So I'm just going to read out 50 through 1.
Okay.
At any time, Trevor, you go ahead and...
Okay, go ahead.
Do what you got to do. All right. Hopefully it doesn't take more than like 15 minutes. 50 is Rick Barry. That's the guy who got Golden State's Golden State's ring that we remember because they got one back in like the 50s, so no one cares about that. But in the 70s, he got that ring, and that's the one they had before Steph Curry.
At 50?
Yeah, at 50. He's a really, really freaking good player. But
okay,
it is top 50.
Okay.
Next is Elvin Hayes. Okay. 48 is Walt Frazier. That should be New York's baby, but he gets forgotten for Patrick Ewing who never won anything for them.
Okay.
Whatever. At least Walt Frazier won 2 rings. Next is Isaiah Thomas. And it's not Isaiah Thomas, the modern one. It's, one of the top 5 point guards of all time.
Yeah.
At 47.
I don't understand. What?
At 47.
What? That is disrespectful. The Bad Boy Pistons?
Yes, that Isaiah Thomas.
That is disrespectful. Obviously, top 5 point guard of all time. He's 47. I gotta see who's ahead of him.
Yeah, you're already pissed. That's the one that gets
What
body.
the fuck was this?
19 points per game, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, and 1.9, almost 2 steals a game.
2-time NBA champion.
And those stats don't even mention how good he was defensively. But whatever. It is what it is. That's what they said. 47. Next is Pau Gasol. I love Pau Gasol, but overhead of Isaiah Thomas is a goddamn joke. But almost next freaking 30 people, it shouldn't be above him anyway. So we'll stop talking about Isaiah Thomas. I know you're gonna be laughing the rest of the time.
Okay.
But I love Pau Gasol. And I'm happy he's in the list. And I don't think where he is bad. It's just that Isaiah Thomas should be there.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but Pau Gasol's a great, magnificent player. Don't get it twisted, people. Next is George Gervin. He's the Iceman machine, scoring finger roll machine.
Oh, okay.
All right, never did anything though, but that's not his fault. Next, 44 is Ray Allen. That pisses me
What the fuck is this?
Off.
What?
Ray.
the second best shooter of all time is 44? What the fuck is going on here?
Arguably the clutchest player in NBA history.
What?
The clutchest shot ever.
What?
And we're talking about old Ray Allen. I'm not even gonna mention the Bucs Ray Allen, who almost single-handedly carried the Bucs to a series to get destroyed by the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Seattle Supersonics Ray Allen, who used to score 40 a game. That Ray Allen. Okay.
This is disrespectful.
Next is Reggie Miller, who to me, I'm sorry, has
how
no.
Reggie Miller, but how is Reggie Miller ahead of Ray Allen?
Ray Allen, thank you.
What?
Who Ray Allen does everything better than him.
What the fuck is okay? This is bad. This is really horrible.
Next is Kawhi Leonard. Okay, Kawhi Leonard. He will be here, but if you don't play in the regular season, why are you here? That's the problem. Okay. Because he has every ounce in the makings to win multiple MVPs and to be destroying records across the board. But if you don't play in regular season, why are you here?
True.
It's just that simple. That's what the problem is to me. Because his skill set, yeah, he's arguably one of the best two-way players ever. But you got to show it in the regular season. Okay. He's like the opposite of James Harden. James Harden doesn't show up when Kawhi Leonard shows up. Kawhi Leonard plays in the playoffs and busts ass. James Harden's the opposite of that. He can't play in the playoffs, but in the regular season, he's Lord and Savior. He's Michael Jordan 2.0. I know, we're not even past like the 40s yet, and you're pissed off.
This is disrespectful.
Next is Paul Pierce. He's, to me...
I love Paul Pierce and all, but Paul Pierce over Ray Allen?
No.
I love Paul Pierce and all, but come on, man, this is ridiculous. I'm a big Celtics fan. This is absolutely ridiculous. Horrible.
I don't like Paul Pierce, never did. But he should not be this. I can see him in the top 50, though, but not above Ray Allen. Next is Adrian Dantley, more old people. They got Bill Walton. Bill Walton was a freaking god in the 70s. It's that, his longevity is the reason why he shouldn't be this high either, but it is what it is. Next is Patrick Ewing, one of the best centers you'll ever see. However, he's also what they call, is the L word, a loser.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't, I don't know, man. Okay. But he was a beast, though. So don't get it twisted. Next is Manu Ginobili. I'm
not upset with Manu Ginobili. He's probably one of the...
He's the best six man of all time.
One of the best six men of all time. And his international play, him having Argentina win the
2004 Olympics.
Olympics. That solidifies him as one of the best international players ever. One of the best international players.
Big impact. He had a big impact.
Clearly big impact. So I'm not mad. He's definitely in the top 50 because... like I said, it's not only NBA, it's international work too.
He's the second best player in that Spurs dynasty.
And honestly speaking, he's honestly responsible for a lot of those Spurs championships anyway. So
the last few.
Yeah.
The first few was Tim Duncan. Don't get twisted.
I think it was the 21 in 2014 was a big. Him, and I was Kawhi, but it was Manu. that really helped them win that. Without him, I don't know if they win.
36 is Russell Westbrook. That's a fucking joke to me. Talk about a loser. A selfish, ball-hogging loser. I am a huge hater of Russell Westbrook. Oh, baby. I got another fucking 3 episodes. I can talk about Russell Westbrook, how much of a loser he is.
You had Russell Westbrook over Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. Over Manu Ginobili.
Okay.
Over Ray Allen.
Okay.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook, a loser. Got an MVP because he was a nut. That's literally what the hell he got it for. Anyway,
what's the next one?
Next is Steve Nash. He's an overrated player, but I don't hate him here. I'm fine with that there. 2-time MVP, the leader of the 7 seconds or less Suns. All right.
I still wouldn't have
they never done anything, but
I would have had him over Isaiah Thomas.
Oh hell no, that's not even close.
I'm still bugged out on my Isaiah Thomas. It was ranked so low on this top 50 list. But okay, so we have point guards that was okay. Continue.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going. Kevin McHale, one of the best power forwards of all time.
Okay,
fine with that.
I'm not mad at that.
Jason Kidd, very underappreciated and underrated player.
He should be much higher in this list.
I love Jason Kidd with a passion. Very good. Oh man, I could talk about him for 3 episodes too, but I'm gonna calm down with that. Next is Clyde Drexler, the Glide. Lost Michael Jordan, man. I don't know what to tell you. One of the best shooting guards of all time. Dolph Schayes, I don't know who the hell that is. My cousin, you're going to see next week, Raul, he's a big NBA fanatic, historian extraordinaire. He doesn't know who the fuck that is. So what the hell is he doing here? I'll never know. Yeah. Next is Bob Pettit. Okay. All right. John Stockton.
John Stockton, one of the best passes in NBA history. Granted, took the Jazz to 2 straight NBA finals.
And to me, what's the focal point of that team? Not overrated as Karl Malone. Fuck out of here.
Exactly. But to have him ranked over Isaiah Thomas is ridiculous. John Stockton is a beast. He's a great player. I'll give him that.
And it's one of those situations where you probably would rank John Stockton higher than Isaiah Thomas in an all-time points guard list.
Yeah.
But as an overall player, we're talking about all of them now and your full impact. Isaiah Thomas has NBA championships. Was a complete offensive player.
I'm telling you right now, if this person is not on his top 50 list, I'm gonna go on a run.
I can't wait for this. So just don't say it. I can't wait for this.
I'm waiting. All right. I hope they don't disrespect this person.
We'll see. All right. 28th is Chris Paul.
Okay.
I love Chris Paul with passion. I actually really do. I've always wondered though, because we're talking about losers here. If Russell Westbrook's a loser, this guy is the epitome of that. At least Russell Westbrook went to an NBA Finals before.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He has an MVP. And I hate Russell Westbrook with passion, but come on. Chris Paul's interesting. I don't think I'll put him this high. Even though, again, there's another situation where if you put an all-time point guards list, he will be around the top 5. Chris Paul. Because that is the last remaining person that is an overall old school prototypical point guard play. That's what he does.
Yes.
Nobody does it anymore, but he does. So being up here, I'm not sure about that. But an overall point guard list, yes, he will be, but I'm not sure. James Harden, another loser.
Okay.
He should not be anywhere near this high. Ridiculous. He is a one side of the ball player. He plays no damn defense whatsoever. No. His scoring, he surf flops a lot, bro. I'm sorry. Like that. He relies on the refs, hence why he sucks in the playoffs, because he relies on them and refs put their whistles and swallow them usually in the playoffs, and that's why he doesn't get what he gets. And he has such horrific efficiency in the playoffs, cause shit like that. He's way too high, but whatever. John Havlicek, good player. Scottie Pippen is too low to me. Scottie Pippen's OD. That is probably the best two-way player of all time.
You had Scottie Pippen at 25.
Yeah.
This is beyond disrespectful.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Beyond disrespectful. What's the next one?
He is just as much responsible for those 6 championships as Michael Jordan was. They got it twisted. Anyway, Elgin Baylor, beast. Unfortunately, he ran into them God Celtics teams in the 60s. Otherwise, we'll have some championships. All right, next. Moses Malone, arguably the best rebounder of all time. I think I'm fine with this, or maybe he should be higher. I'm not sure, because he was unstoppable.
He should be higher.
Yeah, he should be higher, right? Higher, yeah. Dr. J.
This is beyond
beast.
This is beyond.
Yeah, you were already pissed off, right?
This is beyond disrespectful.
Julius Erving, beast, absolute beast, completely pioneer.
Okay.
I'm fine. I think I'm fine with this. I'm not sure it should be higher either, but we'll go when we continue with this. We'll find out. Dwayne Wade, he probably should be higher too.
At
It's Dwayne
21?
Wade. Was the third best shooting guard of all time, right? Third.
He's the third.
Yeah, third.
I want to see who's in the top. 10.
Oh, because it's covered. You can't even see who's 19,
I
right?
can't even see what's on the list. I can't
wait.
Right now, but
20th is Karl Malone. He's, to me, probably the most overrated player of all time. I'm not even going to lie. I do not like this guy. John Stockton is responsible for at least 95% of his points, bro. I'm sorry. I'm going to have arguments with people all day about that. But he's a loser. And he's a big choke artist because those losses were basically on him in those finals. Mm-hmm. You know, the famous, what does Scottie Pippen say? Mail don't deliver on Sundays, Carl. For a reason. He is known as the mailman. That's what the joke is. Now, let's continue. All right. Charles Barkley at 19. He is probably the second best power forward of all time. It's probably fine where he is, though. He's an MVP. He lost to Michael Jordan in the finals with that ridiculously good Suns team. Pretty good Suns team. But it is Michael Jordan in that, yeah. So, sorry, bro. Jerry West. I believe he is also one of the most overrated players of all time. I'm not going to lie. But, whatever. He is the logo for some reason. He was a great player. But I don't know about him being this high. Dirk Nowitzki. That is probably the best international player of all time between him and Manu.
Yeah.
MVP, a champion, but I don't want to say carried, but he was the offensive juggernaut for that 2011 Dallas Mavericks team. He was unstoppable in that series. Then again, the reason why that happened because LeBron didn't want to play in that series for some reason. I don't know why. But, hey, I love Dirk got his ring, and I was rooting for him in that finals. 16, Kevin Garnett. That actually might be the second best forward of all time, actually. Not Charles. Kevin Garnett was too much.
I can't even see the list. I'm trying to peek. I don't want to see the list.
I don't want you to.
Because
I'd rather you close your eyes right now so I can tell you everything.
Because I'm really, really getting upset with
but
this list.
Kevin Garnett is probably the second best power forward of all time. Kevin Garnett was OD.
Okay.
Carrying that bum ass freaking Minnesota team to what they did, man. Like when your name is the ticket, there's a reason for that. The big ticket, sorry. Oh, you ready for? All right, not yet. It's after this. Kevin Durant 15th. I don't hate it. I'm fine with Kevin Durant being 15th.
Okay.
I don't hate it. He's one of the best scorers ever. He's one of the best small forwards ever. He's probably would he be third behind Bird? But Dr. J's a thing. I don't know. That's a good topic for later in the day.
Yeah,
but Kevin.
We'll talk about that.
Kevin Durant, one of the best. Now, he's a little biased though because you know what he did to get to the Warriors or whatever. Yeah. 14th, ready? Kobe Bryant at 14th.
I am a Celtics fan, and I've hated Kobe almost my entire life. This is disrespectful.
Kobe Bryant at 14.
14? This is disrespectful. Whoever made this list should be fired. Should be
Kobe
Bleacher
Bryant.
Report. Hire me and Juan or Raul as your writers. This is absolutely disrespectful.
For Kobe Bryant,
a five-time NBA
second
champion.
best shooting guard of all time.
Really, 14.
81 point scorer, 5-time champion. For some reason, only won MVP, but that's another discussion for another day. Dude, that's Kobe Bryant.
Okay, what's next?
Hakeem Olajuwon. I can't stand that he's this low. He's arguably the best center of all time, but it's arguable because you got Shaq, and all them other people. But Hakeem Olajuwon, I will tell you this. This is a fact. He is the most well-rounded center of all time. Score, defense, rebounding, passing. He literally does it all. So him being 13th, I can't take it. And then who's behind him? A guy who he embarrassed in front of the whole world in the 90s, David Robinson. He's not better than Hakeem Olajuwon. He's not. And I love David Robinson. He's another guy who is probably the second or third most well-rounded center of all time because he literally did it all. So he can even shoot. He got a jump shot. Okay. But he's not better than Hakeem Olajuwon. He's not.
I'm over this list already.
He's not. But David Robinson is a top 20 player, though, no question. But not better than Hakeem Olajuwon. 11, Oscar Robertson. I get it. He's a triple-double machine. But I'm pretty sure he's ridiculously overrated, too. I'm one of those people, though, that doesn't appreciate people before, like, the 70s. So, I'm one of those guys.
Obviously, I've never seen him play because I'm too young. But, okay. Robinson.
Yeah. 10th, Steph Curry. That's my favorite player. I love Steph Curry. He's not 10th, though. I'm fine with him. He's top 20 to me, though.
Yeah.
You can argue 15, but he's not 10. He's not top 10 player of all time. Not yet. Let him get another finals and a finals MVP. We'll talk about it.
He needs one, yeah.
Yeah. He gets that, then he's cemented to me top 10. That's all he needs. 9, Will Chamberlain. To me, he's one of the most overrated players of all time, too. You were literally like 8 inches taller than everybody you're playing against, bro.
I mean, it's cool when we playing against 8 teams in the whole fucking league.
Yeah, and they were all 5'10".
Yeah, like 5'10", and then, you know.
So how do you not score 100? I watched game tape of him, too. They literally just passed the ball up, and there was nothing no one could do about it. Like, come on.
It's kind of like that movie, the Flint Tropics, the Will Ferrell.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's not Tropic Thunder. What's the name? I'm pissed off. Why am I not? Semi-pro,
Semi-pro, yes.
Semi-pro.
That's literally the
That movie's
alley-oop.
dumb funny.
He's alley-ooping everybody. Like, that shit was crazy, but it's neither here nor there.
I got edited like 5 seconds from that. 8 is Bill Russell. Okay.
11 rings.
I like him though because I've seen a little bit of game tape of him too. He actually had a lot of skill, and he was only 6'8", 6'9" center, but was kicking ass.
Okay.
The next few people is not stupid, obviously, because it's who's left.
Yeah.
It's just the order, so you're not gonna be mad anymore.
Okay.
7 is Tim Duncan. That's the best power forward of all time. He is the focal point. If you think Spurs, you think of him. Even past Popovich, and he's to me the best coach of all time. But it's Tim Duncan. He's the Tom Brady basically of NBA.
Okay.
It's Tim Duncan. 6, Shaq.
Shaq.
That's the most unstoppable force you probably have ever seen.
Yeah.
4 championships.
I'm not mad at that.
It's Shaquille O'Neal, who should have been the first unanimous MVP.
He should have been.
Yeah. Next, Larry Bird. Second best small forward of all time. And the best Celtic ever, I think.
I would have had Shaq above Larry Bird, to be honest.
You would?
I would have had Shaq ahead of
Yeah,
Larry
we're
Bird.
definitely doing a round table for NBA next week. That's going to be
I
fun.
definitely would have had that. But
That's going to be fun.
But I'm pretty sure the person that I'm expecting to be on this list is not on the list, and I'm going to explain after we finish this list.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
How disrespectful.
I can't wait for
How
this.
disrespectful Bleacher Report is.
Well, I got an idea who it is, but we'll see.
Yeah.
4th is Magic Johnson. That's the best point guard of all time.
Okay.
Not much to talk about there. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is 3rd. That's the highest scoring player ever.
Okay.
The almost unstoppable move in the history of NBA in the skyhook, and has 6 championships and I think 6 MVPs too. I think 6.
Yes.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. That's simple. 2nd is LeBron James. I'm 100% fine with that. The shit that he's done, no one's doing that. And then 1st, Michael Jordan. No shit. Everybody gonna pick Michael Jordan first. Duh.
Okay.
Who is it? I can't wait for this.
The list is shit.
Obviously, yes.
The middle of the list is shit. The fact that Carmelo Anthony is not in the top 50 is absolutely
I didn't see that coming.
disgusting, and it's absolutely horrendous. People say, "Oh, he don't play defense." This man,
James Harden doesn't either.
This man, and that's what makes it worse. Carmelo Anthony was doing that shit before James Harden got there.
And James Harden's almost.
This man.
They have James Harden at damn near top 25 player of all time.
Can shoot at will on any part of the field, part of the court. Like, he could literally create his own shot. It's ridiculous that he's not on this list. Now, granted, you say, "Oh, Carmelo Anthony didn't have playoff success, right?" James Harden, besides that time he went to the conference finals, what's he been? One and done? Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's stupid. Carmelo Anthony should be on this list. The fact that the NBA continues to disrespect him is crazy. Like what? How does that make any sense? I mean, granted, when he was in Denver, all right, he had to deal with Kobe. He had to deal with Kobe. You had to deal with the Suns. You had to deal with the Spurs. Like I said, what more can you ask from them? What more can you ask from them? And then he goes to the Knicks, right? Now, granted, you go to the Knicks. Now, granted, you had that one good year with the Knicks.
Yeah, 2012.
In 2012, but they had to get to LeBron, even though you had a chance to go to LeBron.
Nah, Paul George stomp on that.
Stomp on that. And then we did play against LeBron in the first round against the Heat in 2011. You guys got destroyed. I mean, it's not much you could ask about him. Like, he did everything he could to make New York Knicks basketball relevant, and continue to be disrespected is absolutely ridiculous. What? He's not in the top 50?
I'm gonna see if he's even in honorable mentions. I'm actually excited.
Is he in the honorable mentions?
I'm gonna list it right now. I'm gonna list them all right now. It's Alvin Adams, Carmelo Anthony, the second person. Chauncey Billups, Chris Bosh, Elton Brand, Vince Carter. I don't know why he's there. Dave Cowens, Alex English, Artis Gilmore, Blake Griffin, Grant Hill. I don't know why he's there either. He had no longevity. Al Horford. I'm not sure about that either. Jeff Hornacek, Allen Iverson, Kevin Johnson, Marcus Johnson, Neil Johnson, I don't know who that is. Bobby Jones, Sam Jones, Andre Kirilenko, that's what? Anyway, Bob Lanier, Damian Lillard, Kevin Love, that's a joke too.
Dennis Rodman was not on this list.
Kyle Lowry,
one
Jerry
of the best
Lucas,
rebounders in the league in history.
Pete Maravich,
Ferocious
Sean Marion,
defender.
Bob McAdoo, Tracy McGrady, George Mikan, Sidney Moncrief, Alonzo Mourning, Chris Mullen, Dikembe Mutombo, Robert Parrish, Tony Parker, Gary Payton, that's a crime. Gary Payton should be here. Belolis Reed, Dennis Rodman, Sabonis. Isn't that the guy who? Jack Sigma, Nate Thurman, Wes Unseld, Chris Webber, and Dominique Wilkins.
The human highlight film didn't make the top 50.
I'm actually fine with that because he did.
Okay.
But then again, I understand what I was about to say there. Some of the players who got on this list, though, he is better than.
Carmelo Anthony's not in the top 50. Dennis Rodman was the most ferocious defender and best rebounder in the league. He led the league in rebounds how many times? Like 5, 6, 7 times?
Probably a billion, but...
A mad time, and he's not in
See, wasn't this fun?
This is disgusting. This is horrible.
This is fun, right?
This is absolutely horrible.
Well, we're going to be going now. I'm very happy we left. His face is... we need to start recording our faces now.
Oh, my God. This is bad.
Oh, this is great.
This is bad.
That's all the time we have for today. We are going to be back with Patriots Place episode. We got plenty to talk about there. And then we're going to have our Saturday's episode for picks. And we'll try to slip in a little bit of MLB talk. We ran out of time today, so we can't put out the predictions, unfortunately. But we'll try to talk about that next episode. All right? Subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on iTunes and Spotify. Please rate, comment, like, dislike, share, curse us out on comments. I don't give a rat's ass what y'all do. Just help us out. Spread the word. Support us. And maybe one day, if we get popular enough, all of you can participate and debate with us. That's one of the biggest goals I have, one of the biggest goals Trevor had. Let's make this happen, all right?
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm not lost for words, man.
I know you are, man. That's why I'm doing the outro. Until then, see you guys around.